It's important to understand Chinese cities and towns because from the historical point of view, Chinese cities started to emerge in the early Chinese civilization, say around 1500 BC. You look at a particular city, say Chang'an, which we now usually call Xi'an, at one time was one of the largest cities in the world. If you look at it from another perspective, say size, Chinese cities and towns are important too. You know that China is a big country. In the year of 2017, its total population reached 1.37 billion, which amounted to 1/3 of the total population. With that broad base, we really know that the urban population is big. Now, if you look at the urban population by resident, in that year, it amounted to 0.75 billion, or 54.77% of the total population. Now, if you look at the number of cities and towns in China, the amount is big too. In 2014, there were 288 prefecture-level cities, 361 county-level cities, and 12,282 towns. From a further perspective, if we look at it from this size, in 2015, it was announced by a World Bank study that the Pearl River Delta, our next-door neighbor, has overtaken Tokyo to become the world's largest urban area in both size and population. The delta actually grew from 4,500 square kilometers in 2000 to 7,000 square kilometers in 2015. Now, mind you that the delta was once the world's manufacturing center. It's very easy to take the Western perspective to understand Chinese cities and towns, but there are problems. First of all, we know that cities and towns in the West are related to the operation of the market system, or what we call capitalism. Now, accordingly, if one follows this logic, one tends to miss out many aspects of cities and towns which are not related to the market system. Now, let me quote you one example, which is the renowned phenomenon of villages in the city, or in Putonghua, what we call Chengzhongchuan, where there we see a lot of mutual embeddedness between town and country, which are not found in the West. I think that's the idea of a lot of people. Now, undoubtedly, Chinese cities exhibit many characteristics similar to those from the developing countries. But we must realize that it is also the fact that cities in the developing countries tend to exhibit characteristics which are not found in Chinese cities. Now, let me quote you some examples. For example, in developing countries, there are lots of squatters, and in a lot of developing country cities, the infrastructures are basically malfunctioning. These are not observable in China.